Hello Year 3 and anybody else who wants to learn how to make a pop-up book. Now if you're in Year 3, in your pack that you took home you should have a piece of A3 paper that you can use. I'm going to use an A4 piece of paper. I'm just going to end up with a smaller book. So it doesn't matter what size you have, you'll still end up with a pop-up book at the end of this. If you're not in Year 3 and you want to learn how to make a pop-up book, then carry on watching. So turn your paper so that it's landscape. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take the top edge and fold it down to the bottom edge to make a crease. When you've done that, open it back up and then take a pair of scissors and cut along the middle line. We're going to ignore one of those strips for a minute. Take one of your strips and on one edge we're going to make a 1 centimetre fold. Like that. So our next job is we're going to fold this new changed in length strip of paper in half. So we're going to take the left hand side over to where this new fold line is and press that down to make a new crease. Open it back up again and now we're going to take both edges into the middle to fold each section in half again. Make sure you line up the edge of your piece of paper with the fold you've just made in the middle. On this side, ignore the flap and use this edge to line up in the middle of your book. So hopefully it looks a little bit like this at the minute. Then get your pencil and a ruler and draw 2 very shallow triangles at the top. You need to go from one top edge into the middle of your book and repeat on the other side. So it looks a little bit like this. Then we need to cut that out. So it should look a little bit like this. Next, we're going to take each of these points and we're going to fold them down, not so they touch the bottom, about 2/3 of the way down to make another crease. So it looks a little bit like some ears. Our next step is a little bit fiddly, so you might need a helping hand with this. We're going to lift up this flap, open our book up, and then tuck this flap so it's hiding inside our book. And then we're going to repeat that on the other side. There. So now those ears should be well and truly hidden inside so we can't see them anymore. Then what we're going to do is going to turn our book around and just reverse this fold so it goes the other way. So it's a little bit like a concertina fan, like that. So now when we open up this page, we've got our pop-up section. So as we open up our page, this section will pop up and that becomes part of our book. I'm going to show you one that I've made connected to Year 3's book about Russia. So as you can see, what I've added is a little picture of a Russian flag so that when I open it up, I've got my illustration on the top and my text is going to go in the bottom section. Obviously, this principle could apply to any book. You could have a book about dinosaurs, you could have the 3 Little Pigs story, and you can apply the same principle in that you can put your illustration on the top, your picture, and your text at the bottom. Now obviously the more of these you make, we've got 2 pages so far in our book, the more pages you'll have. So with the second strip of paper, if you repeat the process, you're going to end up with 4 pages in your book. And obviously you can just keep going on and on for as many pages as you want your book to have. I'll just join these bits together so you can see our finished concertina pop-up book. So I'm just going to put some glue on the fold and join it to the second piece of paper. Push it all back together, and there is the start of my pop-up book with the 4 pages ready for some more information about Russia or about any other topic you want to make your book about. If you make one, send us some pictures, we'd love to see them. Bye!